Alrighty, everybody, welcome. We are live, 4th annual Barry Hui Memorial. We are live out of the Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. My name is Grant. I'm sitting beside the one and only Mr. Rob Dayton, joining in on the mic. How are you, Rob?
Doing really well, my man.
Very good. So we are just about to get underway. We have a pretty decent match to start us off there, Rob.
A barn burner, my friend.
I agree. Let us know how the volume is, guys. Yeah, absolutely, Chad. 2 bounties, so every member of Barry's team has a bounty placed on their heads. I believe it's $25, both on the A side as well as on the B side. A little bit of a different format for the Hooey Memorial. It is 9-ball on the A side, playing on the 9-foot. On the B side, it is 8-ball on the 7-foot tunes. It's a little bit of a different format. It has certainly been a minute since I've been on a mic. Excited to be back.
It's been a minute since we've had this many people in a pool.
Absolutely.
Beautiful to see.
I agree. Room is packed right now. I believe we are full. Full field of 64 players, $125 entry fee. And we are rock and rolling, ready to go.
Never easy starting out when you're playing your traveling partner.
Yeah, no
These
doubt.
guys have been on
The road
together.
dogs.
Yep, getting on the road together a few times, man. Both shoot a beautiful game.
They really do. So they're going to get started up right now. And of course, if you are just tuning in, do us a favor, smash it, get that share button. Let's go.
So seeing this draw, seeing who's playing, you got at least 3/5 or 3/6 of Hooey's team all on the top.
Yeah. Which really doesn't speak well to go to the B side.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be a grind no matter what side of the bracket
what.
you're on.
Exactly.
So for those just tuning in, not sure who Hooey's team is, they are now 3-time or 4-time? 4-peat?
4-peat. Yeah.
4-peat.
They had to skip the year because of COVID, and they went
Correct.
back and won again.
Yeah, a 4-peat Vegas Master Championship team.
And you try to put that into perspective.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I think
How
you go down
difficult
there,
is that?
You go down there, one time you get a moment like that. And it's just a story of me coming third at the BCA, and I remember getting the cash and being like, yes. And the great Karen's telling me, he's like, you know what's going to mean more to you? That trophy. I'm like, whatever. A year later, I looked at him like, nobody can ever take that away.
Nope.
Imagine doing it 4 times.
Oh,
right? Like, and what camaraderie and team,
yeah. Well,
team building it takes to do that.
I got a little bit lucky at one point, and that was in Niagara Falls when I got to play with Barry and his team. And that, I'll tell you what,
That'd be a moment.
the level of respect that I had for their game prior is nothing compared to when you play and actually watch and see what it is they do.
Yeah, to have
and to be able to do that so consistently.
So no ball off the hop here, but what I noticed there with Eric's break is just the squat.
Yeah.
Cue ball dead center of the table. I was actually shocked he
Yeah.
kind of broke from there. Just 9-ball. But he knows way better.
Yeah,
than
he used a 10-ball break there.
Yeah, and just that cue ball placement was beautiful.
So Cass does have the option to play the 5-ball here, but it looks like he's just going to duck right in behind the 3. And I believe that's married.
Shot.
That is a great shot. Really difficult to hit.
You're putting the 1 right down by the 9. I'm not saying you go for that combo. It's not a gimme, but
indeed.
Beautiful placement of the 1 in case he wants to go that direction.
And thanks, Mark. There is the brackets for this tournament. I kind of thought he might try and attack this 4 rails if he could get by the 6, but I think he's trying to...
Yeah, he was trying to push the 3 in to change things up at the bottom here, I think.
Yeah, push it into a little bit more difficult spot.
Like you said, he was married.
Yeah. I kind of thought he might be able to go around on the backside, 1, 2, 3, and into the backside of the 1, but he elected to just try to tie up that 3 ball a little bit.
He's going to tackle the combo here, which early I would too.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things, you miss that combo.
Yeah. You could...
place where the 1 is a run-out table fair, in my opinion.
Yeah. But
no
issue. No issue at all for Kaz Burns, drawing first blood real quick.
And that's a tough one. When you start a match, everybody wants to go gung-ho. You want that good start.
Of course.
I'm feeling it. You know, you're more of an amateur style player. You're probably going for that bank.
Yeah.
Right? Where he thought 2 steps ahead.
Yep.
And then next is the execution, right?
Well, and that's true no matter what shot you're taking, whether it's the bank shot or straight shot or what you're doing. But 1 ball at a time and just execute.
Exactly.
And of course, Rob, thank you very much for sitting in with me.
Oh, absolutely. As soon as I walked in, I'm like, if you need someone.
Well, as it turns out, they did a good job on the draw, and Ben's at the top side. I'm kind of in the middle, so
perfect.
Should be
people rotating in.
Yeah, and we'll be live all weekend long here, guys. 64 players. We'll be live all day tomorrow, and then back on Sunday for the conclusion. And happy Remembrance Day as well to all the Canadians tuning in.
Okay, he's going square on head ball as well. Straight line.
Interesting.
Yeah, very.
Maybe they know something about this table that we don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I just don't see it spreading out.
Kind of the same effect.
Same.
I mean, Garrick had a little more cue ball control, but there was nothing.
And look, he's back in the same spot.
Yeah, that's a tough one. At least he gets the push this time.
He does, yeah.
And
but I mean, where do you push to?
At Eric's, you know what though? At Eric's level, he'll give something. I predict he's going to give something that.
Almost just beyond that 4 ball, right?
You'd almost have to because you can cut that. It's a thin cut.
Yeah, see, and
it's there. You're going to hit the 2, pushing the 2.
Yeah.
You're not going to control the cue ball, but you are getting a chance to pot, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and listen, anytime that you can take advantage, you know, especially with Eric Vargas as your opponent,
absolutely.
Take advantage of every square inch he gives you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a strange break. That's a 10 ball break.
Yeah, it is absolutely.
Right.
Is. But I'll tell you what, they're definitely down here practicing the break more than you and I.
Oh well, yeah,
so
no doubt.
I'm curious to see why.
I've no issues.
And a rub into the 9, and the 3's sitting pretty.
Yeah.
He now is just making the right angle on getting on the right side of the 4 to make shape for the 5 here.
Yeah. Well, I think if you just put a little bit of right hand spin on that cue ball.
Yeah.
Right off that end rail, go to the right side of the table just before that right side pocket.
Good call.
Yeah. That should set you in really nice.
Oh, he missed it. He jumped up a little bit there.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little movement in his stroke.
I only can say that because I am probably the worst for that. All my teammates and I like to improve. I think my game's come a long way.
I'd give you some running competition on that.
Oh, but it's the worst habit. You know when you do it now. You know by the sound. And you're just like,
On top of that, I get to deal with this lovely shake that I've got in my arm now, and I'll tell you, there are times I'm a hot mess on the table.
Yeah.
But I still love the game.
Jeremiah
love
Hampton
to play.
And I were talking earlier, and it's literally, other than maybe the top 5 players that I see in this building, it's mental warfare. It's mental warfare against yourself.
It totally is.
It's mental warfare against who you're playing.
Yeah.
It's how you control and conduct yourself.
Well, and I think that's really what makes, pool unique in some senses.
It does.
Nice little draw shot.
That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
The minute you can see this as X's and O's and percentages and take the emotion out of it,
Yeah.
or the feeling out of it, you're going to do what Barry's team's done.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's no small feat to accomplish what they've done, because it's not only, you know, what they've done in Vegas, but also all the tournaments, you know, CCS Niagara Falls, all the different BC events that they've competed in, and you know, they've really made a great showing for that team, and Barry would be really proud.
Oh, would you?
Might be a touch short of pace here. Oh no, that rolled out really good. So the tables are now felted with the new Predator Arcadia cloth. We had that done for the CSL Invitational back in August.
It'll be my first time playing on that cloth.
Plays slick. So is he going to draw this, or just play this? Is he going to play the combo or the carom, do you think, here?
Percentage, I think the carom is what you're supposed to do because you're not leaving it hanging over
Yep.
pocket again. But
Yeah, it looks like he is playing the carom.
Yeah, nice and easy.
Easy does it. Tie ball game, one apiece. And of course, we cannot do a broadcast without having a few sponsors that we got to thank. First up, it is the Mike Burton Home Team. Don't just buy a house, invest in a home. They are your RE/MAX Realty professionals based out of Calgary, Alberta. If you're looking at buying, selling, make sure you give them a call, Mike Burton. You can visit mikeburton.ca.
And a decent pool player himself.
Yeah, really big supporter of the Calgary pool scene.
Absolutely is. And his teammates, they're all top-notch guys.
Yeah, absolutely. They've played a lot in Westerns together. Had some really good success in Westerns. And just all around good guys. I mean, let me tell you, if I had to recommend somebody for his knowledge as far as home buying, make that process real easy.
Agreed. Already you see Eric changing the break, and this is where I was practicing breaking earlier.
Yeah, and this is, in my opinion, this is the right spot. See if he squats that again.
Dead.
Unreal. What a great break. Look at this thing. Look at this one dress up.
Yeah.
Look at that layout.
And I don't want to jinx it, but at the level they play,
Yeah,
this is one of those.
This is shooting fish in a
when
barrel
you're
here.
watching Shane
Yeah.
do what he does. He just needs that open.
Yeah.
ball with
So the
layout.
question is, does he draw off this one ball off the side rail to come underneath the three, or do you just pop over, take the cut?
I like the draw coming towards the 5. I think he has angle enough to draw it that way.
Yeah, he's going to
The
have
only other thing,
to.
he's going to come off the rail and maybe come towards the 9 and to do. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't.
He's taking the draw,
I don't know if he's got enough angle to go back and forth for the double.
Yeah.
He certainly has the stroke for it. That's for sure.
Maybe the draw on that with off the rail.
Doesn't want to be too straight on this though.
He does have option here though. I think rail first. I mean, it's not ideal,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
it does give him angle to come up. Yeah, see.
Does he just
No,
draw?
I think he's draw. He looks like
Yeah,
he's
straight
drawing.
draw it. Oh, it's what happens when you try to put that check siding on,
Yeah.
right? Diamond tables, man, these they're famous for it.
Yep.
Hit the heart of the pocket or it's going to wobble,
Yep.
right? But
And that
no
speed.
easy cut here for Cass
No,
either.
not at all. In fact, you know what? If he has nothing, I can see him trying to duck. Just a soft roll and try to duck behind the 9 on the other side.
Yeah. I'd almost play that cue ball 2 rails just to make sure that the
Oh,
2 gets out of the way.
That's what he. That's the
He
touchy
put some
part of it, right?
put some inside on that. I'm pretty sure that was an outside shot. What's going on, Guy and Nicklin? It is myself and Mr. Rob Dayton. being so kind as to join me on the mic, so I'm not sitting beside the ghost.
My second favorite thing next to the pool is talking. So
Yeah, well, you and me,
go, right?
you and me both, brother. Let me tell you. And I like this too to the side. Almost plays natural. Yeah, just like
that's what
this.
he's going for. You can tell these guys have played each other. I don't know how many times,
Yeah, a few.
and it's showing. It's a respect thing. But I'll bet you about 4 games into this match, it starts getting hot.
Oh yeah,
and it's
without
just
a doubt.
feeling each other out for a couple games. And
Well, and it's kind of getting the old elbow grease worked in, right?
100%.
Handling those
And on the stream,
nerves. Oh my God! Wow. Thanks, guy. I think. Oh, nice little shot. Some really nice control on that.
That was. Now, what do you do? What do you like here? You go
I like above the
forward?
5. Yeah.
Go above the okay. Go
Yeah, above the 5, off
back,
that one
yeah.
rail, and just play back into the line of the shot.
That was my worry with that.
Yeah, he put a lot of left-hand spin on that. I was that's straight tops in my opinion, and maybe
Come
half
back
the
up,
weight,
Yeah.
right? But is it a sign of not only the respect that they have for each other, and kind of getting those first few games under the belt, but also the fact that we really haven't had a huge amount of big tournaments?
Like you said, the elbow grease is getting back out and getting those nerves. Eric's traveled. Eric, probably Kaz not as much. I always see him on his post with his family and doing this thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's slowed down so much for Eric.
No,
Joe,
I think
Cole,
you know.
You know what I mean? Stan. Those guys are important. That's their life.
Yeah. A year ago, I might have said the same in regards to Eric,
Yeah.
right? When he had his
Second child.
second child, and I mean, you and I both know how much having a kid or two can
100%.
take you out of the game
Just
for
one.
a
I don't
bit.
know how you guys do too, man.
Yeah. Well,
And we
I
talked
thought
about
one
it.
was hard too. Is a lot harder.
Yeah. Be somebody to play with. No, I'd rather go play pool on Fridays.
Yeah, exactly right.
Alternator, take one kid to hockey.
Yeah, but I'll say this: when they were young, it was tough. Now that they're older, right? Brandon is 12, going on 13, so he gets to be the teenager coming up here in February, and then Dylan is 9. Can you believe that? Hey,
Well, I saw them both
it's
when I
already
walked in, and your youngest one, I'm like,
yeah,
"Do you stop growing?"
right.
Like I see it every day with mine, but when you don't see people for a long time,
Yeah.
it's
It's amazing.
amazing. See,
So I mean, they have each other now, and they both play pool, and
oh yeah, I watched
you know,
them. They're gonna be good. Well, they already are. It's nice to see them. When you're at that age, you have no fear. You just hit.
Oh,
balls and
yeah,
whatever.
just go.
I love seeing it.
I played both of them.
It's a good turnout.
I believe it was Wednesday night. Steph had pool on Wednesday night, and took him down and played a 45-minute set with Brandon, and then
Awesome.
45 with Dylan. And they're getting to that age now where it's becoming a little more fun,
Exactly.
right?
That was a nice controlled shot by Eric. The previous
Yeah, wanted to
shot
get
where
behind
I
the
thought
9
he
a
was
little
gonna
bit,
bank.
yeah.
I'm like, and that's the difference with setting yourself up for a big shot. You guys did the first game, that sort of stuff. A lot of amateur players less, like myself, will I can bank that off them, and they don't think
Yep.
that far ahead, right?
Yep. And really nothing to do here. Cut the 4, make the 4. Really doesn't matter how many times that cue ball goes back and forth.
I kind of like
Oh,
the
he's
bank
banking?
there. Yeah, I like the bank there.
Oh my, risky. Although you got to risk.
I watch a ton of one pocket.
Yeah.
And I love the game. I wish I had a 9-foot. Like, it'd probably be the only game that in banks that I'd play.
Yeah.
Just an amazing. But that sort of shot there that's what opens your game.
Yeah.
That you see at the table differently because you're able to hold the cue ball and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Came a little short of pace on that. Don't think he caught that ball quite as square as what he was hoping for.
100%.
Yeah. I'm just going to put this a little closer to you
Oh,
here.
yeah. Sorry, man.
No, that's all good. And let us know how our volume is here, guys. I had it all set up and in the house. Nice cut.
Stroke.
Yeah, really nicely done. I love how he played that last rail there
That's
as well.
kind of the stroke you need with both guys kind of missing and pushing balls around a bit. There's the first open stroke where somebody's had a tester.
Yep, I agree. And so one of the rules that is in the Hooey Memorial Tournament is no conceding. You cannot concede not one ball. You must make your opponent shoot everything.
So just looking up in the background, I believe Jem and Luke is up on Shanye 2-1. Alan Wang is up on Kevin Beskill 2-1. I don't know George's last name, but he's playing Jamie Porth, and I believe he's up 3-1.
Tyson and Joe.
Yeah, Joe's up 3-1, I believe.
And that's it.
All
All the
I
other
can see. And everything
all
else
the
is
other
facing
cards.
the other way.
I can tell you one other one is Ben Francis. Can't tell who he's playing.
You know what? Here's the thing. I watch Ben DeWolf now. And
Ben DeWolf. Oh, it's Ben and Ben.
Yeah, I love Ben DeWolf. He's had 4 or 5 opportunities, from what I've seen, with 2 balls before the 9, after making a brilliant shot and then missing kind of easy.
Yeah. But I think that's the stigma of Ben Francis or any of those guys.
These guys too. 100%.
That's the kind of stuff that just gets in your head, and then it compounds, right? And it's like quicksand.
Once.
Yeah.
But the other side of that is, and I remember back in the day doing this to Rob Phillips, and I mean, he still comes back and beats me, but I couldn't miss, and I'm up 6-1 all of a sudden. I've never been up 6-1 all I'm playing Rob Phillips.
Yeah.
I missed a 9 to win. This is up in Red Deer.
Yeah.
And I think I had 2 kicks after that.
Wow.
And I could have, you know what I mean? And it just showed me. I'm like, whoa, I just sat in my chair and like,
close escrow when you can, man. That's
I
for sure.
learned so much from that match. Took so much from it.
Yeah. Nice shot there from Kaz.
Absolutely.
And I think he is full ball hooked. So Ben Francis up 5-1 over Ben DeWolf. Only because I can see their scorecard. Really nice hit.
Nice one.
Didn't get full rewarded. Kind of sets up nicely over that side pocket for the 1 ball, and nothing to do there. Make the 1. You're in on the 2. Table lays out really, really well.
It does. If you make this 100%.
So Kaz with a chance to go up 3-1.
Yeah.
Staring down the neck of it anyway. Some nice inside on this shot just to make sure you get below that 6 ball. You don't have to overhit. Oh, he's got the 3 ball. Or sorry, the 2 ball.
Yeah, 2 and then 3, yeah.
I didn't even see the 2. I thought he was going from the 1 to the 3.
I like how he left himself a little extra angle there.
Yep.
Come off the rail and go down to the short rail.
I agree.
Or if he wants, I guess he pops back up over the 6. He has 2 options.
He could, yeah. I like going underneath, a little bit of inside.
I think he's coming around the opposite way, which I can see because you're taking the 6 out of play. Oh no, he did do that.
Yep. So depending on how much angle he's got, if that 4 is off the rail a touch and you can kind of cut, I don't mind the cut up to the side pocket with the cue ball. Just go straight up. You might maybe tag the side rail if you need to. Right, just depends on his angle.
See,
yeah,
nice
just like this.
No
yeah,
forcing
perfect.
it. Didn't force it at all.
Yeah, perfect.
Kind of a neat story. I flew out to Abbotsford to play a 10-ball tournament.
Yeah.
I think about a month and a half ago, and I played this elderly gentleman later in the evening, and he's actually from Kaz's hometown in Saskatchewan, and got a little bit of a background on Kaz and his family and snooker, and it's kind of neat because I don't know Kazo too well.
Yeah.
It definitely comes from a pool family.
Yeah, great player.
Yeah.
And I believe he's got just a touch of angle here, so you can either pop this off the rail or just straight draw again.
I like that straight draw, I think.
Yeah. Pops the rail. Really nicely done. So maybe some inside right spin, depending on the angle that he's got here. Off the end rail, side rail, up over top the
That's
9
a tough
ball.
one. You definitely don't want to touch the 9.
No, you don't want to touch the 9,
so
that's for sure.
He definitely has the room to do it, but that would be in his planning, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But you go the other one, you come out too wide.
You can, yeah.
You can have that cut too, right? So
Yeah. Well, and then if you underhit it, you're on the bank.
Yep. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Beautifully
really
hit.
nice. Yeah. Kaz Burns extending the lead, taking 3-1 over Eric Vargas. It is a race to 9. 9 ball does not count off the snap. Obviously, throughout the game, if you combo the 9 in, it will count, but certainly not off the snap. And of course, coming up in about a week, San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I was
Predator World 8-Ball Championships.
talking to Steven. He's headed out the next couple of days with that, eh?
Yeah, you can watch that obviously for free on
That's awesome.
Billiard TV. Just search Billiard TV on YouTube.
Oh, perfect.
And all of their pro matches for the Predator Pro Series.
That is awesome.
All broadcast free of charge. I know Tyler and Margaret are over there right now.
I saw Tyler's post just the other day.
Why not go a touch early and
No.
you know?
Newlyweds or
Oh,
couple,
yeah.
you think?
Yeah, look out. Well, I don't know that Cass is going to like his next shot.
Yeah. Well, what do you like here? What do you see?
Well, I think it depends how far back he is from the 1, but I like just shaving the 1. Miss the 3 if you can.
Come in by the 9.
Yeah, and I put a little left-hand spin on the cue ball. Just hold it. I don't think you can go underneath. That'll just sit the 1 in front of the pocket.
It is a tough first shot.
It is not ideal given the break that he had.
He definitely has the touch to make something happen here.
He's got to miss that 3 ball. Yeah, just now that spin needs to kick, right? With putting a little bit of left-hand spin on that cue ball, once it connects with that bottom rail, just hide up underneath that 2 ball. But well done either way. 3 acting like the beach ball, hanging out in front of the 1 ball. Not sure if I like the jump here. In fact, I know I don't like the jump. That's one of those ones. If you jump,
I'm just going to say goodbye there. I have a tickle in my throat and I keep
gotcha.
coughing and keep
Yeah, no worries.
screwing you up here. So I just want to
Sure.
thank everybody for having me on. And if I can correct that, I'd love to keep commentating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until we get Chris
Appreciate
Ramirez
it.
to step in and
Beautiful.
Appreciate
Works
the
for
time,
me.
man.
So Kaz with a little bit of a tester. I kind of like the 2 rail underneath. We'll call that the Alex Paggy line. And Chris now joining us. How are you, Chris?
Doing well, thanks, Grant. Yourself?
Oh, I'm quite well, thank you. Much appreciated for you stepping in with me.
Oh, not a problem at all. It's always good to watch a good match, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I'm not sure I agree with his decision here. I'm not a fan of the jump shot.
Oh,
and
certainly an aggressive one.
Yeah, that's exactly why, right? The tendency is to jump that cue ball off the table. I kind of like the 2 rail underneath. Go to the right side of the 3 ball, off the side rail, off the end rail, kick the 1 ball.
It's a good defensive shot. The problem I have with it, or the issue I think, is that you've got a very open space and you're pushing the one out into a relatively open one. So while you get the hit, you're not really leaving a difficult return for Eric, right? And
no, and I'll agree, it's a little bit of a hit and hope, but I mean, weighing out the percentage, I think the jump shot, you're more likely to do exactly what did happen there.
no, that's a good point.
What's going on, Mr. Rob? How are you? Jonathan, how are you? Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you are just tuning in, it is the 4th annual Barry Hui Memorial, playing out of the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta. My name is Grant, and just being joined by the one and only Mr. Chris Demers, helping us out on the mic. So a little bit of a different format here as well.
It is, and it's a format that I actually quite like. You know,
I do too.
Playing the A side where you're playing 9 ball, and then playing the B side where you're going to play 8 ball on the bar box. It really forces players to be able to show good cueing skill on everything. So,
I completely agree.
I've actually thought about a tournament format where you play it in a triple format and you put 10 ball in there as well, and then, you know, at that point, you're really trying all of the games.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I you know, on this event for the 8 ball on the B side on the 7 foots, I would have liked to have seen them implement the take what you make as well.
Yeah, they seem to be doing a lot of that in tournaments now, and
I really like it.
I'm of mixed feelings on it. I kind of like the idea because it does promote some different sort of play. By the other side of it is that if you're trying to do a weekend tournament where you've got a lot of players and you're trying to get through it all, that will slow down those B-side matches. So.
Certainly.
Although at the caliber that we're playing here, I don't know how much it'll slow down, so you know, maybe it's okay.
I would have liked to have seen it. So Kaz looking really good again here.
Really straightforward, just slight draw back.
Yeah, he's stroking well.
Yeah, I saw Eric's shooting a little bit earlier. He did look a little bit tight.
Yeah, and he's hasn't quite got there yet, but I mean, it is Eric Vargas. He can turn that on at any point in time.
Yeah, you don't get to be where he is without being able to recover from that sort of thing.
I feel like Cass would have been a good pick to win. Yeah, well, I mean, you've got Cass, Eric Vargas, Ben Francis, Joe Spence, Stephen Holem, right? You've certainly got a good selection of high-end players, and really even beyond their team, right? You've got Sean McKay that came over from BC, and I don't know everybody. You've got Carlos Barbosa that came down from Edmonton.
The Taranjos are both here.
Yeah, Phil and Stan Taranjo for sure. So I mean, it's a tough field.
It is, and there's a number of, you know, I would even consider maybe more dark horse picks, but people who don't typically play in a lot of these tournaments, but are very, very strong players that, you know, they could come out and they could make a splash in something like this.
I agree. I completely agree, to be frank and honest.
One of the premier players who doesn't come out for a lot of these events, but, you know, a good friend of mine, but also someone who's very well known in the industry, Nick Manuel, who's here. He's a fantastic player, but he doesn't come out to a lot of these, and you know, he gets a lot of press for his cue work, making cues. He doesn't get as much for how he plays, but he's a very strong player.
He is. He's very creative as well.
It's a big thing in this. You know, creativity is as much as skill in a lot of this, and you see that the higher up you... Ooh.
Albino down the subway. How does this table dress up? It's not terrible.
It's not bad. The challenge...
6 to the 7 might be the tough shot.
Well, I was thinking
6 to 7, 7 to the 8.
The 5 to the 6 is going to be a little tricky as well, depending upon position.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's certainly some up and down on this table.
It seems like he's rushing just a touch, Mr. Vargas.
Well, when you're tightening up, or if you're feeling like you're having an issue, sometimes you tend to speed up. You want to get through those shots that you know you can make, and it's a bit self-defeating, but at the same time, it's a problem that everyone seems to have. Well, he seems to have definitely recovered his stroke with that one. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I think he's on the wrong side of the 4 here. He's either going one rail or just draw it straight back up the table, which puts him on the wrong angle on the 5 to get to the 6. I don't think you're going to try to shoot the gap.
No, I think he's going to try and play it up high into the center of the table. Yeah. I don't mind this just because of the fact that you've got an easy back and forth coming back for the 5 to put the 6 in the same pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And from the center of the table, you can do quite a bit there. So, he's got a good...
I wouldn't be surprised to see him draw heavy on this 5 ball and go up over top of the right-hand side pocket and go on top of the 6. Could also do that with forward as well, but...
There he goes.
And almost the exact same shot here.
Exactly, and with this one, he's probably got where he didn't have as much of the deep draw that you had in the first shot. He probably can go a little bit farther in that, to take it to the top right quarter. Mm-hmm. He doesn't really have to get too good on it. In fact, he probably wants to give himself a bit of a high look and a bit of an angle so that he can easily come back for the 8.
Yep. Peter, I just pinned Mark's link, so all of the brackets are on challenge. This is night number 1. We will be live all weekend long. Might be a touch overdone.
Yeah, you juiced it just a bit. He should still be okay there. It's just going to make the pace on this.
Being a right-handed player, this is not as easy.
One of the things that personally I've been working on, and there's a number of people who really strongly advocate for it, is to learn how to make the offhanded play and be able to be more consistent. And it's built particularly for 9-foot tables just like this, right? Like this is maybe a bit harder shot you want to try. Mm-hmm. It's a skill to have.
It is, and I hope he comes down to the right side of the 8 on this shot. Going to the left side of the table, you have to compete with the angle of the 9 ball and stay underneath that angle. Yeah. If you come to the right side, then,
And he's got to play it with just a little bit of top right so that he doesn't worry about hitting the side and maybe bringing the side pocket into play.
I agree. Yeah, well, or the corner pocket too, right? Yeah, that's well hit. That's perfect. Perfect works.
Yeah, I'd take that.
Will do.
Just the once.
Yeah, right. So the issue that I have is if I tried to shoot left-handed, I'm useless. Like I'm right back to beginner.
It is. There's a couple of drills for it that a couple of people have said where you play yourself one right-handed versus left. I find that if you start on a small quarter of the table and start with those ones that you can develop some confidence in and develop a stroke confidence, and then expand it out as you get more experience with it, that seems to be what's working for me. But obviously, there's a lot of different ways of doing it for different people.
I don't even know how to stand proper if I go with my left hand. It's just I'm useless with it. And of course, another quick shout out to one of the longtime sponsors of Q Sports Live. It is Jam Up Apparel. Tons of stuff happening.
Some of their new stuff I really like. I just actually picked up one of the new jerseys I'm wearing right now, and it's great.
Well, there's some new releases. I can kind of give you all the insider on it. Some new releases coming out real quick in connection with a couple of different things. Some new Predator designs. And I'll tell you what, they're amazing stuff. Mindy, I don't know how this girl, she keeps knocking it out of the park. Yeah, she's just phenomenal. So some really nice Jam Up Apparel and Predator collab designs coming out. There's some new things coming up with another group. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but another group. They're coming up. And, of course, we have the Black Friday sale coming.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do we got going on there?
I'll spill the beans. 25% off entire site.
Okay, you'll have to give me a minute. I'm just going to go online and order some.
Yeah, 25% off. Unheard of with us so far.
Well,
25% is not something we normally do.
Well, and with the stock designs that you have for Jam It, but also the custom work that you can do. I know a lot of teams get custom work done on them, and
Most
they're
certainly.
just as good, if not better, because you can get what you want on it, and you can get a Jam It jersey. So that's a win both ways.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've got, obviously, in February coming up for the BCA, Las Vegas.
And Puerto Rico going on right now.
Puerto
I'm
Rico
sure there's
happening.
a bunch of people that already got for that. All right. Looks like rack 7 here, Eric, to break.
One in. Squatted the cue ball, but obviously it got kicked. Look at this. Does it line up for the carom 2-9? Now, do you take the back cut or do you take the carom?
I don't mind it because it's a good two-way. You can
It
push the
is,
2 to
yeah.
the right side, and at pace, even if you miss the 9, you're probably up on the left side rails, so you can actually play it almost as a safety, and if you make it, well, have a free rack.
I agree. Only thing is if you miss that 9 ball, there is a chance for the 2 to run into that 8 ball and dress up over the side pocket.
Maybe, but I think for pace, you can probably get away with that.
I think so.
Yep, just like that.
That will do it. Look at this. From 4 to 1, and real quick, we have a match 4-3.
Yeah, we just had another one of the matches just finish up.
Yeah, Ben Francis.
a 9-1 winner.
Ben Francis getting the job done quick.
Yeah, there's a few other matches going on. Joe
Tyson,
Spence is leading Tyson Bodestell by a score of 5-2. The last I had seen, Paul Beattie and David McGuinness were tied 4-4. It's been a little bit since then, but that looked like a good dogfight. Jenman Luck and Sean Yee are playing right now. Jenman is leading 3-2. And John
Alan and Kevin are deadlocked at 3-3.
Yep.
Alan Wang.
And the last I saw with John Paypompey, who's playing on the other table, he was up 6-0.
Johnny must be hitting him pretty good.
Yeah, he's always got such a smooth stroke.
Yeah, he sure does.
All
And, of
right.
course, tons of matches coming up, guys. This is night number 1, and we will be live all weekend long.
Oh, does the one go? Yes.
However,
You know, I've been in that situation where you don't really get a good look, but as long as you have control of the table, I think that's always what you really want to go for. And these guys always want to make sure that they're the ones that are making the shot.
and of course, there's Mr. Cass Burns wearing his Predator X Jam Up. It's one of the Pro Billiard Series shirts that you'll find on the website.
So does he play the split? I think he does.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
Nice little
no.
chop over. Got to come down, though.
Oh, he might have left a window there, I think.
Oh, it's wide open. Although weight-wise, not terrible. Left him on the beach.
Yeah, the control of it to hold for the 3 is going to be a bit of a challenge. I don't know if you want to try and come all the way up table, but it's one of those ones that really can prove to be a tester.
Well, and I think on this shot, you got to concentrate on object 1. Make the 2 first. That's always going to be. Yeah, see. It seems to be always those kind of little touchy shots where you've got to, like you said, control that cue ball. It's in a little bit of a tricky spot. You've got to control the weight. It's typically those little touchy shots that you forget to do what you need to do first, which is make the ball.
You stay focused on what you have to do with the cue ball and forget the fact that you have to make the object ball, and a lot of times you end up with that sort of thing. I've fallen victim to that a couple of times, and it's never fun when you look at it.
More times than I could count.
Well, and this looks like a pretty open rack. I don't see any real problems here.
Yeah, 4 goes by the 5, 6 goes by the 9, I believe.
It might be a 3/4 pocket, but yeah, I think he's got that.
And if not, he can just play this cue ball off the rail. It definitely goes by the 7 to the bottom right-hand corner.
Well, with the proximity of the 9 to the pocket, the 6-9 is not even out of the realm, but I know these guys don't like to do that if they can avoid it.
Yeah, especially when you've got wide open. Wide open and nothing to it but to do it.
He's left himself a little bit of a stretch here, but
I don't mind the stretch. I think on this now, I might. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to draw. If it goes past that 9 ball, I'm just drawing off that side rail. If it doesn't, I'm going to punch forward.
Yeah, playing the top right and coming around to the left side rail off 2 rails is probably a reasonable try. Oh, I'm batting 1,000 right now. I like that.
Yeah.
It's always a little game I like to play is, watching these, try and pick which shot I would play and see what they do. It's when you're watching really strong players play, it's a really good way of trying to play patterns without actually being at the table.
100%. Sometimes gets a little bit tricky because of the slight little angle changes that we don't necessarily get to see. But he's played it well here, right? I think you just draw off that right side rail just past that side pocket, or just prior to that side pocket.
I don't think you even need to. I think he's just going to go straight up table here. He's probably not even going to contact the rail. He's got enough angle.
Yeah. Nothing to do here. Pot the 8.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere's good at that point.
Wow, just natural straight back down the table. Any idea when Predator will be coming out with the new Panthera series? And it is a great match for sure, Dominic. I'm not sure when the new Panthera series will be out. I will find out and I can let you know.
That's the Panthera cue?
Yeah, great cue. Probably of everything that Predator makes, the Panthera's one of my favorites.
I'm not as familiar with their line. I'll have to have a look at it.
Oh, that Predator Panthera that is and always has been, a phenomenal looking cue. I think their price range $3,500, $4,000, somewhere in there.
So I'd have to sell my car. That's fine.
I got to sell my kidney.
You only need one.
That's right.
You only need one cue. You only need one kidney.
That's
that
it.
works out.
That's it. I can sell half my heart too.
All right. Does Eric stay with the same break spot? He had such a good result with it.
Yeah, I think he's got to stay with it. He did try the first break as a 10-ball break straight down the pipe. Results were not favorable, so he's since switched to the proper 9-ball break, or in my opinion, what would be the proper 9-ball break,
as opposed to the in the box.
Yeah. And he sure squats his cue ball really well. Yeah, just as I say that, hey? Looking to dress up for the combination 2-6. Unless it does sneak. Can't quite tell. We don't have a camera on the side of this table.
Worst comes to worst, you could always play like the last rack and go for the 2-9 combo.
Yeah. Play the carom.
If I was shooting it, that's probably what I'd do.
Yeah, I think he's just taking. And you know what? Take the 2-6 combo and set the 2 over the 9 anyway.
You could do that, yeah. You'd risk leaving it in a funny spot. I'm not really sure.
You would, but I mean, I think he's got the control, right?
You do, yeah. Because he can probably
He's
just
got that
stop
nice
the
little
cue ball.
delicate touch and just, hit and stick on the 2 and send the 2 ball into the 6, cut the 6, cue ball off that, 2 ball off that left side rail. Sit nicely. And if not, it goes anyway. I believe it passes. Let me look. Oh, yeah, it passes there all day. All day long.
Yeah, he'd love to just stop it here, but that leaves him a little straight on the 3 to get down for the 4. So he might want to just draw it back a bit.
Brent, that Mike Isaac guy should easily beat that Jackson fella. I haven't even had a chance to look at the draw. I don't know who. Oh, I do know who I play. I play Mr. Kevin Plowman.
That'll be a good match.
Yeah, alternate breaks.
I believe I am facing off against Albert Augustin. So
Yeah,
he got me last time, so I'm up for a bit of revenge.
go get him. A little short of pace, I think.
Probably wanted another turn or two, but he should be fine here. He can just play sort of not even a draw shot, but a little sort of stun back.
Yeah, come all the way back.
Yeah.
Back down table off the bottom rail. Just because if you try to draw that, it becomes flirtatious with that right-hand side pocket, at least in my opinion.
Oh, I'm not even looking at the draw. I'm kind of looking at a stun draw where he stays on the right half of the table.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll probably, yeah.
Oh, look out.
He's going to leave himself a bit of a tester.
Oh, not only just a tester, it's
a big stretch.
It's a stretch. You're shooting from the trees, and there's nothing you can do except pot the ball. You're accepting the back cut instantly on that 7 ball.
Yeah, he's almost dead straight on it from the view. He's looking to see what he can do with it, though.
I mean, he could play rail first, but I think that's the risk factor, and that's a little too high from almost 2 diamonds up the rail.
Well, if you weren't jacking up over a ball, absolutely. I think you could probably do that. With this is definitely going to be a challenging shot.
Yeah, I play Kevin Plowman. Oh, decides to just play the safe. Does he get behind that 9 ball? Eric just got his old Daru back. Oh, very nice. That's good to know. Kevin Daru makes some good quality shafts for sure, based out of BC.
Seems to be a lot of...
Or last time I heard he was still out of
There
BC.
seems to be a lot of premium quality cue makers that are starting to show up in various spots in Canada. It's great to see, right?
Oh, Kevin Daru's been around for a long time. What a shot.
Nice.
What a shot. Does the 7 go past the 8 ball?
All day long.
Very good. You're staring down the pipe. So.
Yep. And he's got just the touch of angle that he wants on it, too.
Yeah, just a nice touch draw. Nothing to do.
Yeah, he's just going to come back, touch off the rail, leave himself a nice straight-on shot for the 8. He's good.
I don't even mind a little bit of angle on the 8. And
Just
exactly,
like that.
exactly the same shot. Rinse and repeat. This to take a 6-3 lead over Eric Vargas. Nope. Oh, I thought he missed.
No.
I thought he sent it straight up.
Just looking at the way those diamonds are playing now, that if you're catching the fat part of the horn, you're probably still okay, but
Depending on the pace.
yeah.
Wow.
And he's 2/3 of the way there.
Indeed.
Again, looking around some of the players that people might be interested in. Joe has opened up a 7-2 lead on Tyson, Joe Spence, and was at the table. Jenman and Sean are looking like a 4-3 lead for Jenman, and he's at the table.
Allen has opened up to a 5-3 lead over, his name just left me, Kevin.
There's so many players that happens.
Kevin Pascal, I'll tell you.
Yeah, with 64 players here, it's great to see not only as many of the strong and capable local players, but there's also so many imports who've decided to come from other parts of the country and around. It's fantastic to see.
Yeah, all to support, of course, Mr. Barry Hui. And for those that don't know who Barry is, I'll put up a couple of pictures here on the next break. But he was the grandfather of our Calgary pool scene, and I really miss his energy in a pool room.
He had such a way about him. His demeanor was fantastic. His knowledge was amazing. He always had a pointer for everyone and always had a good joke and a smile for someone.
Yeah. And, a heart of gold, the guy, he just, if you needed anything and he could do it, he'd give you the shirt off of his back.
Well, and for the tournament, we do have his jersey, the Hooey one-time jersey here, on display proudly.
I'm not sure where it's displayed.
It's over by
I'll take a picture of that.
The cross table.
Yeah, I'll take a picture and put it up.
Definitely the members of his team take that around, and when they're playing together in a tournament and looking to close it out, they will put that on. So that's a great testament to a great player.
Absolutely. Well, great captain. He was always known as Captain Calgary. And anytime that you were on a team with him, and obviously the team that he's now known with, being the players that are in this tournament, but when you go to sink the final 8 ball in the match, that's when whoever it is that sinks that last 8 ball to win, they would run over and put on the jersey.
So it looks like here Cass just got a bit of a rub on the 3 that he wasn't looking for. So I think he might have to try and duck and cover here. I don't know if the bank's really...
I like sending the cue ball up behind the 7. I don't like going the other way.
Well, it's a question of which one you want to control. Yeah, that's the way I was looking at it, which is controlling the cue ball to the bottom rail.
Yeah, I still like the other way. Just my preference. Where is Cass from? He is from Saskatchewan. Where in Saskatchewan? I'm not quite sure. Look at this shot.
Look at this!
Look at this shot.
Wow.
Came with it.
Sometimes you have to just give it a stroke and hope you get there. And, he got there quite nicely and also leaving himself perfect.
Well, it's the reward for the hit and hope, right? If you get the hit, you always have the hope.
As a good player once told me, luck is the residue of skill. So
yeah, luck favors the prepared. Is that what you're saying?
Sure, we'll say that.
Sure. Nice little shot there. Some really nice right-hand spin off that side rail. Although may have got a little bit funny here, but I think he can draw this pretty much straight to the top left-hand corner.
He can probably draw it. He can also probably go forward and just play with left and come off the right side rail all the way down. He's got a couple of good options here.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't want to overdraw it. You can draw into the side or the corner.
That's kind of why I was thinking about potentially the one where he's either taking the stun or the forward, is because it's easier to control where you end up on the table, and it makes the entry zone that much wider. But we do know that Eric really does like and has a very strong draw stroke.
Yeah, really nicely done. For the position that he was in, he's got to be pretty happy with that. Right, just because it is going through your mind, right? You can overdraw that into that left side pocket, overhit it, and you're into the corner pocket, or again, right on the top rail, cutting back to 7, which is not where you want to be.
Yeah, and with him off the rail there, really all he has to do is just concentrate on making the ball, and he's got pretty automatic position to most anywhere he needs.
Wow.
And he had a tough left on the 9. If he'd made that, that's uncharacteristic.
Really uncharacteristic of Mr. Vargas right there. Well, we'll see if Cass Burns is going to make him pay. Really nice done. Really nicely done there. Nice weight control. Going to have to shoot off the beach, but or just off the beach.
Yeah, he's off the rail. He should be just fine there.
Wow, to take a 7-3 lead, Cass Burns over Mr. Eric Vargas. So as I was mentioning before, Mr. Barry Hui, that's who we're playing this event for. It is his memorial event. That is the man, the myth, and the legend, Mr. Barry Hui. Really, really loved what we were doing with Q Sports Live. Came on, commentated a few times. Just an overall phenomenal fella. And as Chris mentioned, the Mr. Hui one-time jersey.
Yeah, definitely a fixture and someone who's dearly missed in the community.
Mm-hmm. That was a jersey that Steph and I got him. Was that Hui one time? Look at this break. Does the 2 dress with a little bit of help of the 5 ball. He'll have that now into that right-hand side pocket.
Doesn't really have to do anything either.
No,
the
make it 4-9. You got it.
He's been sending that 9 towards that corner there for the last 3 breaks or so.
Mm-hmm. What's the story behind one time? Well, you'll hear this quite often from Barry's team, that if there's a tough shot, and Barry was famous for it, if there was a tough shot, he'd always give you the word of encouragement. Come on, man, one time. Do it one time. Let's go.
Quick rack there.
Very quick. Pulls one back, but it is now moving time, also, as Barry would say.
Well, and that's the challenge of having the alternate break format is that when you're behind like this, your opponent's still going to have a good chance to break and run and inch forward here. Even if you get 2 racks back, if he only gets 1, then he's still to the hill.
Yep. Yep, that's exactly what it is just him saying, hey, let's go one time, make this shot, let's go. So there is Mr. Hooey and Steph Toy at the Calgary Flames hockey game that we were all a part of. And you can see the jersey that he was wearing in that particular picture is not the Hooey one-time jersey. That jersey he borrowed, and was a little bit small on him. And so the story behind, give me 1 second.
Oh, here's the 2 again, but he's left himself. He might be able to see the 1. I think it's close.
Yeah. So the jersey that he was wearing there was obviously a little bit too small. It was a borrowed jersey, and with Barry, he had come down with cancer, and we had decided that that Steph and I were going to get him a jersey, and of course with number 1 time with Hooey on the back, and we would present it to him at the next hockey game that we could take him to. And the unfortunate side is he didn't make it past the next time that we could take him to a game. So it's kind of a memorialized jersey. It hangs out here in the leather pocket, generally up on display, along with his playing cue. But his energy around the pool hall was just phenomenal. Just a really, really energetic, high energy, high, fast pace. You always knew when Barry Hui was in the room. So chance for Eric here. Nice little shot on the 3, touch roll forward. 4 to the top right-hand corner. Does want to leave himself an angle to get back down for the 5 ball.
I like
Could go to the side. Yeah, absolutely.
The thing is that because he's looking at it the side, he can over-roll the 3 a little bit, which just leaves him with a bit of an angle on the 4, which is really what you want here to be able to come up down table here for the 5. So I like the way that he's thinking about this.
I just don't want to see. Yeah, I was going to say, don't underhit. That is danger.
Well, with that, you want to make sure that you keep off the rail so that you have some room to maneuver, because if you do that, then you're in some trouble.
It's for the winner.
Someone's getting it. Already 1 bounty.
Yeah, 1 bounty going right. Whoever wins this match. I was just handed the bounty money. For whoever does win this match, it's not just to stay alive on the A side. They collect the bounty placed on their own heads.
So which of the players have a bounty on them for this?
So there's Eric Vargas, Cass Burns, Johnny Triple P, Ben Francis, and
Joe?
Joe Spence. Yeah.
Okay. And then is Steven in there too?
Yeah, sorry, and Stephen Holland.
Okay.
So Mark Vinogradov is also kind of the current member of Barry's team. But he is obviously tuned in and watching with us. He's at home sick, I believe. And so Cass had played with the team for a full year. And so Cass was voted to take the bounty from Mark and put it on his own head.
No, that's awfully nice to take the bounty. And for Mark, hope you're feeling better soon.
Yeah, nice little shot. So nice little 2-game swing here for Eric.
So on that note, I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave you and our listeners / viewers. My match has just been called, so I'm going to have to head off here. Thanks very much for having me. And,
Hey, anytime. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Again with another uncharacteristic miss.
wow.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thanks for stepping in, Chris. Much appreciated. Good luck. Play
All right.
well.
Thanks.
Yeah, so again, another little uncharacteristic type of miss there for Eric, and I'm not sure if it's because he's now switched over to that Kevin Drew shaft. Not quite sure. However, he did kind of get away with the miss. And we appreciate it, Mark. I do not want to be sick, so I appreciate you not coming to this tournament when you've got the flu. I'm wondering, does he have enough room to go behind the 9 ball, right-hand spin on the cue ball, spin off that bottom rail, make the 8, hopefully not scratch in that top left-hand corner. He would have to put some pace on it, but elects to go for the bank and then scratches. Double punishment. So Eric gets away with one for sure there. And not going to make the same mistake this time. Commentator's curse. I do have a strong commentator's curse. No doubt about it. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, it's those touchy little shots where I think prior Eric was playing with a carbon fiber shaft. Now he's back to a Kevin Drew. So that could be the difference maker. So 7-5, these guys are going to go take a break. So this is typically what will happen once the team wins in Vegas or any of the other bigger events. Of course, they memorialize the man, the myth, and the legend himself, Mr. Barry Hui. And this was the very first, I believe, the first Barry Hui Memorial Tournament, played again here at the Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta.
Oh, he's already at the table.
And of course, we are playing out of the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta. Massive shout out to Len and Jeff Wanless, and Jeff is actually over in Puerto Rico right now, helping out with the Predator Pro Billiard Series and the World 8-Ball Championships. But a big shout out to them for the continued support and running the Hooey Memorial event. The room is packed. 64 players, full house. And we are ready to go. So we'll see if he squats that cue ball again and sends that 9 ball towards that bottom left-hand corner. It is a rule within the Hooey Memorial, the 9 off the snap does not count. It would then be spotted. Had a little bit of a rub there on that 5 ball, but he is in good for the 2 to at least see it. Potentially has the option to make the 9, depends how aggressive he wants to get. Could definitely play the 9, so long as that cue ball can sneak past that 3 ball. Can even go and jump on that back rail and potentially kick that 9 ball in. And we are being joined by Mr. Johnny Triple P, member of the Hooey Barry's team, I believe is your guys' team name. I don't know why that escaped me there, but it did. And how are you, John?
I'm doing very well.
Can you tell it's been a minute since I've done any kind of commentating?
I think for both of us. I was seeing that this has been a really good match, and I was on my way out the door. I won my first match, but then I knew this one was going to be a barn burner for sure.
Yeah, and Kaz has taken advantage of a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes out of Eric. Missed a couple of fairly elementary routine type of shots.
Yeah.
And somebody had mentioned that he's now got his Kevin Daru back. I think it was Mark that mentioned that he's got his Daru back. So it may be that.
He sent us the picture of his Daru. I gave him the beatdown in Edmonton, so he's looking for some revenge. So he went back to his Daru.
Gotcha.
But I mean, no matter what your score is against Eric, you're going to have to play good. Even if he's struggling, he's going to grind his way back.
Oh, 100%. And let me tell you, Cass has played pretty sporty. Pretty good.
Cass has been playing great lately. I mean, we've gone out a few times and hit some balls, and he always hits them good. I saw Eric miss a fairly easy 7 ball.
And then he missed the next rack.
Yeah.
He missed an 8 ball that was just a slight cut into the side pocket to come down for the 9.
Yeah.
And he's sending the 9 ball consistently over to the bottom left-hand corner, right? So, I mean, his break is there. He's squatting the cue ball.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't finish,
that's it.
You're going to be in a bad spot here. So Eric doesn't have too much of a problem here. It's pretty easy 2 ball to get to the 3.
Yeah, nice little touch draw, I think, here.
Yeah. It's not going to hit it very hard. Nice and smooth.
Like he does. Same type of shot. Draw for the 4 to that left-hand side pocket, or you can just hit and stick.
No, you play the side pocket.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, these pockets are tight, and you don't want to keep shooting in the corners.
Yeah. Those corners are extremely tight.
And the more this cloth plays on.
Under hit a little bit here.
Yeah. So he's going to have a little bit tougher 5 ball. So it depends on how he wants to play this.
Yeah, he's not happy. Slamming his cue on the chalk.
It could be aggressive.
Slamming his cue on the chalk. How about his chalk on the rail?
That's right.
Wow.
that damn. So he could be aggressive and play the 1 rail back up. So he's just
taking his
cinched
medicine.
It in.
Yeah.
Taking on his tough cut on the 5 ball here, but natural position.
Aaron says Triple P schooled a racer. I saw it live.
That was a fun one, Aaron.
You were apparently hitting pretty good.
I had a pretty big lead, and he, you know what, he grinded his way back to Hill.
Dude, Eric does that. That is Eric Vargas.
I didn't put anything past him. You know, I knew he would battle his way back, that's for sure. And I got a little bit lucky there on the hill match to take it home. Nice and easy. It doesn't really matter on too much angles that he gets on this 8-ball. He's can be pretty easy to get onto this 9-ball after.
Well, I think if there was a spot on the table I had to pick that was probably not where I'd want to be, it's this one. I either want to be a little more to the left so I can just float back and forth, or a little more to the right and just play it forward. This is kind of on that 50-yard line.
Well,
right, and he's going to have to go back and forth.
He's going to have to go back and forth, so he's going to have to hit this harder than you'd like. Yeah. And anytime you hit it harder, you know you can get
accuracy,
a little bit of a rattle going.
Yeah. But I believe he was down 7-3, so he's had a 2-game swing.
Yeah, he was down 7-3. Just maybe a hair of siding, just a touch, just to bring that cue ball back. Mostly topping. You hit that pretty sweet.
Well, that will do. That will work. We're within one again. Eric Vargas trying to grind his way back in.
And being in Kaz's spot, where I was not too long ago, you know, having Eric coming back, you know, you just got to make sure that you just keep playing the way you're playing and, you know, do what you did to get to where you're at.
Yeah, well, and I think it's pressure amplified the more that he comes back on you. You know what I mean? You thought, you know, I'm sure Cass had him at 7-3 and was kind of like, oh, okay, I just need to keep this up for 2 more games and I got this thing locked up. But Eric doing what Eric does.
Yeah, you can't keep that inch away.
And to be fair, there was one game there that Eric missed and kind of got away with it.
Yeah. Well, that's 9-ball. You're going to have some good rolls your way and some good rolls against you.
Totally.
You know, whatever side you're on, you got to weather the storm and take advantage of those games here. So if Cass is breaking good here, this is a great opportunity for him to get onto the hill.
1 ball into that side pocket.
2 balls stretching out a little bit here, so we're probably going to see a combo on this 8-ball here.
Do you think he combos or plays safe?
I think Kaz is aggressive and he plays the combo because the 8 is fairly close to the hole. So
I don't mind the safety. Just chop that 2 ball down.
You could play the safety game.
Back up with
That's
the
right.
cue ball.
Let's see what Kaz feels like.
Yeah. If he wants to be aggressive, you can play the combo for sure. Although he's been playing pretty smart.
Yeah.
So I think he's just going to chip and hide.
Yeah, he did what you said, little chip and hide, but
not hard enough at all.
Did he get away with it? I don't think.
Well, yes and no. He's tree-topped a little bit.
Yeah, he's got him shooting over the ball a touch here. Which, you know, you're going to lose the cue ball a little bit because of that.
Well, and even trying to go back and forth, you've got to contend with the 6 and the 8.
That's right.
Really in the 3 ball if he really puts the mustard on it.
Yeah, depending on what he, you know, how he feels over this ball. I mean, he's going to have to come back. I don't think he could hold that 3 for the side pocket.
Do you play the safe?
It's pretty tough because you're over a ball.
It's true. He usually handles these pretty well.
And you hate to slow roll these.
Yeah. And really for shape, I don't know that you would want to slow roll it.
No. But I think he's got a really good shot on this here. Like he looked a little zoned in there. So
Yeah, he was down in that. Does it go by the 4?
does it go past the 5 in the corner, or does it go into the side
Yeah,
pocket?
does it go past the 4 to get there?
It should
I
get
don't think
past
it
that.
goes. I don't go. He
I
could play
think
the
it
combo,
goes.
right? The 3-7 if it doesn't.
But I think the 3 goes into the top right corner.
Oh yeah, it does. I just had to look live.
That's right. You got a big monitor in front of you,
I do have a very
so
big computer monitor, and you would think that seeing the table on that monitor would help. But it's not the same as looking at things live.
no. Definitely just a little bit off. But I can tell you, being frozen on the rail like this and shooting this up in the corner, this is not a fun shot.
No. He's looking pretty dialed in again.
Yeah, he's just got to watch his speed here, because that cue ball is going to be heading towards a 7.
Yeah. Which actually may help. Kind of hold for that 4 ball into that.
As long as it doesn't go past it.
Yeah.
He hit it just a little fast, but he got away with it.
He
a little
did.
fat, but he got away with it.
It looks like he kind of decelerated a little bit in that shot.
Well,
Let's
I
watch.
definitely would not be very comfortable shooting that shot.
Yeah, kind of stood up and decelerated a little bit.
At 0-0, he probably hits that with a little bit more confidence.
Yep.
So Kaz goes for the swing.
Ooh, and he
He
does
almost
get away
made it
with
in the
it.
side pocket.
He gets away with it.
It's a good
And
chance.
kind of
he'll-
a tougher shot for Eric to play back at him, right? Being that I think it's the 8 ball that's in there. Trying to play safe is also very tricky.
But he's definitely a grinder, this guy, so. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve here for the safety game.
Oh, great shot. Very well done. I didn't think he had that inside. I thought,
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't
that
think he
was a
had-
great shot.
yeah, I didn't think he had enough of the rail to see. I thought he had to play to the top side of the 3.
That's right. And he played a really good shot here. So Kaz is, ideally you want to hit this little slow roll and just hit it a little thick, and you should get the hook on the 8 ball here.
Yeah, just give it that nice little jelly bump.
Yeah, but definitely not an easy shot. So you got to watch your weight here and your angles.
Oh, he
gave
dug
that
down.
a smash hard. Oh,
Does he get away with it again? Nope.
no.
Full punishment.
I mean, he was
Wow,
just
we
probably
could
trying
have
to
a tie
create
ball
that little distance, between the two. I still think he hit that just a little too hard.
I agree. I like your call. Just
Yeah.
a nice little, touch shot. Use the 8 ball in that case.
Because if you hit that just a little thin and bumps off the rail, it comes back into the 8.
Yep. Well, and even if you leave the shot, you got the 7 blocking that top right-hand corner, and I don't think you can play the in off. I think it's too far down to the bottom side of the table
Yeah, it's
to play that in off.
yeah, depending where the 3 ball ended up. Nice little shot here, and probably wanted to be a little bit straighter on the 4 ball here. 'Cause I don't know if that 5 ball passes the 7 or not. You may have to play a combo, but now you're pushing that Q or the 5 ball up near the 8.
And I just realized I didn't have my comments on for YouTube.
Oh,
Sorry about that, guys.
So maybe
my
this
fault.
5 does pass the 7 and the
It has
side.
to. Being how he played that, it has to pass.
But still, the angle he has, I don't really favor him on how is he getting to the 6 ball.
So I apologize for all my YouTube viewers. I totally just blanked on putting up the comments from YouTube. So how you doing, Bang Time? Believe they are unbeaten in that 4-peat as well. Yes, you are unbeaten, right?
19-0, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but we did it. There were a few 25th games going on in that stretch.
Yep. It's interesting that he's really taking his time here. It must be time.
He might be playing like the 3-rail shape onto the 6 here. Like from my angle, I can't see how much of the side pocket he has. He might have the full side pocket.
Or does
which
he
makes the
have to
shot a
go
lot
off the rail
easier.
off the 7?
Yeah, he had the full pocket.
Yeah.
So he
Look
just
at
had
this.
to dig down and get the 3-railer going.
A little short of pace, but given the shot that he had to try to pull off there, job well done. I'm responding to Facebook. Mr. Gord Kerr.
So not too much of an issue here.
I would think you want to come back at least half table. Just because of the cut angle on that
Well, I was
7
going to
ball,
say,
right?
if you come a little bit short on the 7 ball, it makes the 8 ball a little bit trickier.
It sure does.
And he's come up short, but, you know, I
Can
think...
he draw around 2 rails and not hit the 9 ball?
I think he can go forward.
Draw here?
Yeah, I think he can. He might be able to just draw that and just pinch it across. And he could also hit it thin as well. Oh, watch that 9 ball. Oh, he had enough juice on there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You know,
Just
something simple.
what the doctor ordered.
Get it middle table.
That's it. I either missed it or just ignored it, Gord. It's one of the two.
There we go.
Wow.
Being
We
down
are
a little bit.
tie ball game from a 7-3 deficit with this 9 being made.
Thanks a lot, Valerie. Appreciate it. I got my first game, so. But that top draw is top heavy.
Well, and we kind of talked about that when we first started, that with Barry's team being at the top of the draw, that means you all play each other, and it doesn't matter whether you go to the A side or the B side, you're going to have to run into one of you.
It's going to happen.
Which
but,
makes
you know,
the tournament a little tougher for us smaller fish.
I mean, there's so many great players in this. Just looking around at every match, you know, every match is a tough match.
Yep.
You know.
Well, and really, it's, I mean, you've got a ton of great talent in the room. Tarangelo's both in the building.
Yeah.
Stan and Phil. You've got Carlos Barbosa down from Edmonton.
Yeah.
Can't remember everybody else. But certainly, I mean, 64 players and a lot of talent in the room.
Yeah, we just came back from Edmonton playing in the Memorial Tournament up there on the weekend. And 64 field as well. And that was a tough field, so. Couple tough tournaments coming up the next few weeks.
Yeah. Well, I know the what's the next one here? The Fall Classic.
Fall Classic, yeah, in 2 weeks.
We'll be back for that one.
Yep. Yeah, that's always a fun tournament.
It is.
I remember playing that last year. I just don't remember how I did.
Yeah, for sure, Donovan. A few good Sask boys, obviously. Cass being one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure who else came in from Saskatchewan, though.
Well, no matter where you look, there's always tough players.
It's true. I haven't even looked at who all is playing in this event.
Yeah, and this
Don't know
match
all the
here, I
names.
knew this match was going to be a tough match. You know,
Oh, this has been a great
both guys
match.
always play great. Always comes down to just little things.
Yeah, and you know, to see Eric keep grinding the way that he is known for, it's amazing to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ryan, Darren.
Yeah, it'd be fun to head to Nanaimo. It's been a long time since I've been there for sure, Gord. Love the island. Love it. I might make a trip out there just for fun.
Just because you can.
Just because.
I was a big fan of Penticton there for a while too.
Yeah.
But I think
Penticton's always a good tournament.
I think Niagara Falls is probably one of my all-time favorites.
That's the only tournament I haven't played in.
There is a bounty on Cass for sure.
Who gets the
Mark,
money here?
Hey,
Who gets the money here?
whoever wins.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
Someone's getting 25 bones.
That's right. With Mark being sick, Mark Vinogradov,
Yeah.
Cass Burns has now carried the torch, and he now has the bounty
Yeah.
along with all of the members of your team.
That's right.
So
Cass has
and it's
been-
both on the A side as well as the B side. So
Yeah.
$25 on the A, $25 on the B.
Yeah. Saw that.
Tricky 3-ball here. Unless he draws, I guess, straight back if it goes past the 9 to the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah. It looks like it goes, but tough to see from our angle. Just slide past the 5 here. You get that natural position to play one rail for the 4 in the side here. Kaz got your bounty. How you feeling, Mark? Feeling a little bit better, buddy?
He did get your draw. In Vancouver, on my way to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
I'm not sure who's typing that. It's under Q Sports Live.
What's that?
In Vancouver, on my way to Puerto Rico.
Probably Jeff. I don't know. Who else would have it?
No, Jeff.
He's already in Puerto Rico.
He's already there. Has been for a couple of days. Rod? No, I don't think Rod's going to Puerto Rico. Maybe?
You better be careful. You get deported there.
I'll tell you. If the problem is if I go to Puerto Rico, I'm not going to want to leave, right? So,
Lance.
Lance.
Oh, Lancey, what's
there we
going
go.
on, you lucky
That
bugger?
made sense. That made sense. And I did get your message there, Lance. I'll give you a text or a call at some point, probably when you're back from PR. And if you would do me a favor, because I've asked it of everybody that's going, while sitting out on the beach, make sure you have a bevy for me.
Yes, and have a bevy for me as well, please.
In fact, I'll.
Because anyone who's going to Puerto Rico, I am envious of you.
Oh, me too. Me too. I got a ton of work that I need to get done. So
Kaz, he's breaking. He had a good
who
break
won that last
game.
game? Did you see who won that last game? I totally missed it. See, this is what happens. We start talking warm weather with sandy beaches. My mind goes away.
I'm gonna say Eric. Eric won.
Bevies all around. I love it. I don't know why.
Can you just like wind it on YouTube?
I can. Eric won.
Yeah, I thought Eric might have won.
Wow.
That's just like, you gotta finish.
That's
You
it.
know, you gotta finish.
That's
like,
it.
Kaz didn't do anything wrong. Maybe
No.
a miss shot here or
Does he have rail first here off for the
a
one ball?
bad safety there, and that's it.
Right? Does
He does have rail first.
he does?
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He's gonna have to put a little sauce on there, but not. Oh, maybe
he is
doesn't
playing.
want to.
Well, is he playing into the jump? I don't know.
I Cass is a good jumper.
Cass is a great jumper. You can't. I don't think you're going to leave that.
Look at this. I don't think this is where you wanted to leave it.
Nope.
That 2-ball. Well, he's got the short cue out.
Yeah, and he's a great jumper. Now, he may not get to see full ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Right?
think he's got full ball here.
I think he can
2-ball
only
is
see
tight.
that left side, and I think the 1 ball's high enough up the rail.
Makes it tighter.
It's this is not an easy shot.
Yeah, he gave it back to him. Eric doesn't look too happy here. Looks like he's going to go... well, he does have the Nick jump cue.
He sure does.
And that thing jumps so good. But like I said, this is such a tough jump shot.
It is totally a really difficult jump shot.
Like I want to
My
just
good friend
poke my
Mark
head
White
over here.
is there broadcasting from San Juan. Of course he is, Mr. Mark White. The infamous
The voice.
Mark White. The voice.
That guy cracks me up, man. He's funny.
Oh, you know what? He's a great guy.
He's
we had
a
a good
super
time
good
while he
dude.
was staying with us.
Yeah, he's a super good guy.
Have we talked about Warren yet, or are we leaving that alone? I'm leaving that right alone.
You think he does like a little jump masse here?
I don't know. I think it might be a better play just to jump and hit the 1 on the backside. Because I don't think you can hit this. I don't think you can make the 1 ball. Unless you double jump it.
He might have
The
like
double jump.
half a 1 ball.
I think you do the double. Yep, just like
He
that.
had half a ball there. Where's the 6 going?
The double jump skis.
Ooh, just past that. So
He's got the 2.
I don't see an issue here. 2 balls very makeable with a nice angle to stay from the 3 to the 4. I think just making sure you get a good angle on the 4 to the 5 is the key.
Yeah.
And that's probably not an issue.
That's right.
Obviously, the 7 to the 8 is the most distance. But right now, it's just, keeping your nerves in.
That's it. Closing escrow.
I could tell you when I was running the last table on air, because I had to run from the 3 to the 10,
Yep.
there were some shakes in the arm.
Well, I have that naturally now.
There was a lot of pressure.
For sure. Although I would like to see this go hill-hill. Just my opinion.
I think the way Kaz has played, it deserves to be hill-hill.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, maybe next year, Gord, I'll put a team in it for Nanaimo. That'd be fun. Hey, Grant, you want to head down to Nanaimo next year?
I could head down to Nanaimo. Is it streaming on YouTube? Yes, we are live on YouTube as well.
Live on YouTube.
The YouTube.
So this is the key shot, I think, to the rack here, because
Yeah, you got to get good on the 4 to get good on 5.
if not, now you're forcing this 5 ball.
Well, I mean, if you get on the bad side of 4, you can always put the 5 to that left-hand side pocket.
So when you're playing at this level, every shot's important.
Yeah, it's so true.
One little mistake here, and we're going hill-hill.
Yep, I would agree.
So it looks like he's got a nice angle here just to play topping.
He's
one
just
rail.
perfect. He's perfect. Question is, does he like the draw instead? The draw on the 4, just a nice touch draw. You do bring in the 9 ball. You got to be cognizant.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think the follow-through is the shot.
Only thing I don't like is that 7 ball sitting down there. That can get
I think
a little
like
hairy.
the draw is too much. Just because there's a bit of an angle on the screen, it looks straight,
Yeah, well, I'm basing it off of straight.
right? So see, he had to put just a hair of check siding on that,
Yeah.
and that's what killed the cue ball
He's
there.
a little bit short of pace. It should be okay though.
Yeah, he'll just play the 6 in the same pocket as the 5.
When is the next stream for John Schmidt? To be honest, it may be into the spring or maybe even the summertime again next
Yeah,
year.
who wants to come here in the winter?
Nobody.
We
And
had,
I don't blame him.
Bean
I don't want to
Hung.
be here.
Bean Hung has been staying at our place.
Yeah.
It's the first time she's ever seen snow.
Did she stay from the Canada Open or she come back?
No, she went down to the States and played in that tournament, the straight pool.
Yeah.
She got 3rd place.
Yeah.
So Eric got up a little bit short on his shape here. So he's going to have to come with a shot here. Yeah, she's never seen snow before. So we got her out there. I told her she had to jump in the snow and make snow angels. She is hilarious.
Yeah, she's
like, you
she's
first.
A character. Yeah.
She is super funny, and what a great person.
Yeah.
Definitely a pleasure having her stay there.
Oh, she's
playing a little pool every day.
Mhm.
You know, her
and
Joe.
she's such a talented player.
Oh, she's so good. So good.
Number 1 in Australia, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. She's on her way to Puerto Rico tomorrow.
Very nice.
Gonna miss having that girl around. She's an awesome person.
Yeah,
But I hope she does well.
Aaron, she took my money. I think she probably took a few people's money.
Oh, she said that match. She said Aaron made a couple mistakes, and you know she got a little lucky.
Yeah.
You know, she really likes Aaron's game.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's super humble.
She's a sweet girl.
Oh,
yeah.
she is. Her and Val were doing some streaming up in Edmonton.
Oh, nice.
He's gonna have to watch this 8-ball here, because he's putting bottom on this and coming
I think
around
he's coming
two
around
rails.
2 or 3.
Well, yeah, probably 3 rails. Side pockets.
And you got to watch the side pocket.
See, he just missed that 8-ball.
He drilled it. Look at this.
And I tell you, missing that 8-ball made this a beautiful shot.
Yeah, but he kind of got a rub on that 7 that he didn't want.
He did not want the rub, because if he makes the 7, which is super hard, I can't see him holding for the 8-ball.
Yeah. Gord says a little bit of a crush there, Triple P. Hey, she's just a really, really nice human being. I'll say that.
She's a great person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the duck. Duck, duck, duck.
See if he spins into the 8-ball here. Oh, he went with the smart grinding shot, but he left Kaz a shot.
Left it.
He left Kaz a shot.
Dang near jumped out of his chair.
He hasn't seen a really nice shot in a while, so this is a difficult shot, but under the circumstances, this is the best thing he's seen in a while.
I agree. Is Steven going to Puerto Rico? He is indeed.
Yeah. And I mean, that was not an easy shot.
No, not
that
at
was
all.
just the best shot that he's seen in a couple games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, when you're kind of sitting there watching it and you get that unexpected chance, for it to be long and a tougher shot, it's almost deflating, right? He dang near jumped out of his chair to go and take it on, but
Yeah, that was definitely a tough shot.
yeah.
You know, I almost fancied him making that shot, just under the circumstances, the way things are going, to make it hill. But you know, that was a tough shot
For sure. And yeah, we'll leave the Warren topic alone. It's not really something I was involved in. I wasn't a part of it. Do I have opinions about it? Sure I do, but nobody's asked for my opinion, so I don't give it. You know, I did see, and I'll clarify, because I see Val Freniel on right now, and I'll clarify this, that the comments that were made, Val, regarding, you know, some of the things in the past about us in Q Sports Live and so on and so forth, my intention was to respond to that and just say, look, the past is the past, and that's where we're going to leave it, right?
Yeah.
We wish them all the best, and, you know, they're doing things for pool up in the Edmonton area, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck.
It's gonna be nice to see Eric. He's like, you want to say he's just a touch flat on the shape shot to play 2 rails for the 8
force
in the
it,
corner.
but I mean, you gotta
You're gonna have to pound it a
hammer
little bit
the
harder than
heck
you
out of
want
that.
to.
Yeah, for sure. Which again takes away some of your accuracy.
And you can also hit this ball very fat. So let's see how he handles this. The pressure, obviously. I mean, he handles the pressure so good. See,
Ooh,
like I said, he was a little flat on that.
He was. Well,
You
you
know.
got a bank to win.
And like I said, I think he needed to just punch that and play the 2 rail shape underneath. What do you think? You think Eric just goes for the bank corner?
I think you have to, right? I'd sooner lose the match swinging for a fence than trying to duck and
I know
leave
he
it open.
loves playing safeties, and like his safety game is so tough.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, Ryan, because I had heard it was on your post. I actually went looking for it, but it was gone, so I appreciate that. We just want, listen, when somebody's doing something for pool, good on them, right? I have no issue with Val. I have no issue with esports. I got no issue with what they do or how they do what they do. They do what they do. We do what we do. We wish them all the best.
At
Right?
the end of the
We
day,
want
we're
them
a pool
to
family.
listen. We want them to succeed as much as we want to succeed.
course.
Right? I don't shy away from the competition, and I encourage it. That makes us get better too.
That's right. Cass has an opportunity here. He's gonna have to play rail first, but I tell you, if he makes this, it's hill.
Oh yeah. Right? You got to
And-
hit that just before that side pocket, though, right? Like just before. Miss that 9 ball, back
That's
cut
right.
the 8, and you're off and running.
I kind of have a feeling he's gonna make this shot.
Look at this.
Right?
Hearts it.
He just I just had a
Hearts it.
feeling,
Hearts it to go to the hill.
and that just came down from like a little error by Eric, just kind of not punching that 7 ball over, trying
Yep.
to play one rail shape.
I agree. Well, get your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen.
We have a match.
We are going to the hill. And you know what? I got to give a shout out to one of our longtime supporters. Of course, it's Jam Up Apparel. Make sure you go visit jamupapparel.com. Tons of new stuff like the Action. One of the newer releases with Jam Up Apparel. Some new things coming out with Jam Up and Predator. Our collaboration. Got hats. All kinds
He's
of
got some
things
new
happening.
hats, eh?
Yeah, there's some even newer ones out than what that
Yeah.
graphic shows.
Well, Eric is having some fun with some of his teammates. Him and I went hill last week, and him and Kaz are going hill this week.
I love it. That's how pool gets played, y'all.
And I think I had a chance to go up on Eric's 7 too. I made an error. He climbed up to
And
6,
that was that as
6'5".
Yeah.
I think I got to 8'6". Then it was 8'7". Then it was 9'7". And he crawled his way back with great safeties.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as soon as he had that opportunity, he got out. So
Yeah. He's like a shark in water, right? If he smells blood, he's coming for you.
I tell you, I play good safeties, and I felt like a few safeties I was just a hair short,
Yep.
and he punished me. And I mean, he deserved to go hill, and he had the 3 ball in a corner, and he rattled it.
Yep.
I had it first.
For sure.
And I
is
missed.
is there a bracket for this? You don't see it on the YouTube chat. There is. It is on Challenge. Challenge under the Hooey Memorial. What is the reverse now? Yeah, and that's it, right? We're heading in some new areas, new directions, and so on and so forth. We can't do everything. You can't do everything. It's going to take more than just even Q Sports Live and esports, right? It takes a ton of people. I learned that lesson with when we did the Canada Open, because I'll tell you what, that took a lot of work. I'm just now getting to the point of feeling human again, and that's recent, like within the last week and a half.
Yeah.
Right.
Eric's come up with a really nice break here, but he's getting no love on this 1 ball.
Hey, Mr. Charles Blood, how are you, man? It has been a minute, although that's probably our fault. We we've got a few things that we're working on, and as I mentioned before, when Q Sports Live goes quiet, we're working on some things.
So Eric's played the push here, where you could play the safety, where you go 2 rails and try to line up the 1 and the 4 ball, play that safety. But that definitely is a tricky shot.
Yeah, and the new. Sorry, I just got to answer Val's last part, where she said, "By the way, love jam up gear too." Some new things coming out, so some new designs coming. I think I alluded earlier in the match. We do have some new Predator stuff coming out. And then there's another relationship, and I don't know whether I'm allowed to say it or not, so I'm not. But there's another relationship or partnership that we have. We'll have some new releases coming out with that. And then Black Friday coming up. 25% off everything on the website.
We played a little safety. We tried to get him behind the 5 ball here. But he did get away with it.
Yeah, I don't think it goes past the 4, obviously.
It does not go past the 4. So we may see a little safety here by Eric as well. And
judge it on that angle. Just touch off the 1 ball behind the 4, cue ball off the rail, hide behind the 4.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
what he'll be doing.
Would be accurate.
And try to take away that 1 rail kick. And he didn't take away the 1 rail kick. I mean, the 9-3 are kind of in the way.
She's going to be difficult to hit.
So he might have a chance to massé this.
Is there another match after this? Most certainly, I would think. I haven't played. There's 64 players. We're all playing on the 9 foots. There's 8 9-foots. So there should be, 3, maybe 4 matches tonight.
Yeah. I don't play till tomorrow.
Oh, they're not doing a full round of 8 tonight?
Well, we played the first one, and they said come back tomorrow, so.
Oh, you've played one already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, they'll probably do a full run at the A side.
So this one rail kick's a little tricky because he's got to spin it. It's not natural. The massé, I think, would probably be a little bit better of a shot. But it all comes down to what you're comfortable with.
Been pretty busy, not working now, so some spare time. We'll always make the time, share no matter what the situation. We appreciate that for sure, Charles. It should be the unwritten rule. If you tune into a stream that's free, regardless of who it is, the first thing to do is share it.
He made a really nice hit there. He had to put a little spin on there. He left a thin cut. But the way Eric spins the ball, getting onto the 2 ball should be no issues. But it's also not an easy shot. He's hitting his ball thin enough that the 4-8 shouldn't come into play. So if he does hit the 8 ball or something, he probably would rattle the 1 ball.
Ooh, he's looking to try to get past the side pocket with that thin of a cut. Wow.
He's got enough juice to get there.
Well, I mean, listen, he's definitely got the stroke to pull it off, but I don't think I'd play it that way. I really don't. I think I'm just going back and forth. But that's how I play. And of course, Val, everybody loves Black Friday sales. Good chance to get into some good jam up gear at a pretty hefty discount. Rod's doing a great job. Q Sports Live out of Winnipeg. He is live dang near every weekend. He's done a phenomenal job.
Just looking at that last angle, it looks like he wants to play the 2 rails, just go past the 8 ball, go in between the 8 and 4.
Yeah, shoot the gap, right?
I thought he was just going to play like the 2 rails across. He's going to play this short. Did he scratch?
Oh no, he's golden.
Wow, what a shot.
He is golden.
That was a scary shot.
It was, and it's not going to get any easier. Two ball being back from the pocket as much as what it is. Do you try to go 2 rails, left-hand spin?
You're going to have to go 2 rails here. I don't know if you can, like, pop that in and just play 1 rail straight down, because then you can really scratch in the corner.
Yeah, and I don't like playing to the short side. You hit that bottom rail and come back up top. Now the 9 can take away your shot, right? That's why I say I think maybe 2 rails.
You don't want to get too much juice here. You just want to get below, I guess, say in between the 8 ball and 9 ball here.
In line with the 3-4 would be perfect. Yeah,
and
3 rails or 2 rails just like this.
You got a little bit below this ball, which makes shape on the 4 tough.
That is a lot below. I don't know that Cass is going to like his next shot. I think he's just going to marry it up right behind the 9
Get
ball.
you right behind the, yeah, exactly.
A little short of
I think
pace
he
on
could
the
have hit
cue
that
ball.
a little bit better.
I agree. Petersburg in the house. How are you, Gerald? So now with 200 or just over 200 on Facebook, another 70 plus on YouTube. Where is everybody tuning in from this fine Friday evening?
I'm from Calgary.
So for those just tuning it in, it is the Barry Hui Memorial 4th Annual.
4th.
We are playing live out of the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. 64 players, 125 entry fee. A little bit of a different format. 9 ball on the 9-foot tables on the A side. If you happen to go to the B side or the 1 loss side, you're then 8 ball on the 7-foot tables. Can always use a few more for 25% off for sure. Ryan says bed, BC in the house, Nanaimo, Miami, Florida, Iowa.
Saw Pittsburgh.
Yeah. What's going on, Jose? Of course, Manitoba, Mr. Gord Kerr, Indiana. Lance from Vancouver, BC, on his way over to Puerto Rico. And of course, you can catch all the action in Puerto Rico. Just watch on Billiard TV. You can go to YouTube, search it up, Billiard TV. All those matches for the Predator Pro Series will be broadcast on that channel. No cost to do so. Done deal, Rob. You just remind me. I'm virtually shaking your hand right now as we speak.
Mr. Kruger.
Indiana. Cranbrook, South Dakota in the house. How about new viewers? Anybody new? First time viewers, let us know. Ryan, that does not include you.
He's trying to play this in the side pocket.
Yeah, I like the back cut.
Just gotta watch that cue
I
ball.
don't mind it.
It's a big 5 ball.
Overcuts it. Overcuts it.
That was a big 5
Cass
ball.
with the chance to close escrow.
This is intense.
Ryan says why? Because you've only watched, I don't know, thousands of broadcasts. Been a part of probably thousands. Another crappy day in the Philippines. Dave Pim, let me tell you, there is no such thing.
I'm sweating more in this match than my own match.
Right? Hey, anytime, Gerald. We appreciate you tuning in. Same as everybody that's always tuned into all Q Sports live events. Typically, we are live in some part of the country, mostly in Winnipeg at this point. As we mentioned earlier, we'll be back here in Calgary for another event here in just a couple of weeks. David Wilson, I'm a new viewer. You are not a new viewer, Mr. Wilson.
And Kaz did not hit that shot very confident, you know, a little nerves there. So he's left himself a little bit of a tester here. But I tell you, if he hits this, it's game over.
Kind of whiffed at it a little bit.
Did he get away with it? That is a tough
Quebec
call.
in the house. How are you, Claude? And Steve, no, you're not new either. Steve Daigle, not new.
Yeah.
Steve Kingens, first-time viewer, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Welcome to it, Steve.
I'm not
Paul
100%
Vasquez,
sure
how are you?
If Eric could see this ball or not. If he is,
We're
this is
doing well.
it. All you got to do is just pot this ball, and you are.
Can he
taking
see
the
enough?
victory. That
Oh,
was,
wow. I did not think he had enough of that for to see it to make it.
That was, like he said, just enough.
Trevor,
Just
how you
enough.
doing? I'm always doing well. Lots of work to get done. Working on a few different projects, but doing well nonetheless. Hope you're doing well as well. Ryan says first time today. I knew there was a comment coming. That's why I excluded you. I knew there was something coming there.
Just a little too railer for this 8 and a side pocket.
Long time listener, first time viewer. Too good. So on YouTube, Lincoln City, Oregon in the house. What's going on, James?
You don't mind playing that little extra angle on here because it allows you to hit this a little firmer so you can come off up one rail back up.
First time wearing this shirt. Does that count? It could. It could. We'll count it. How's that? And we do respond to you on YouTube as well there, James. Just takes me a minute. Jerry says he's new. I'll have to give it to you,
That's
Jerry.
what you want to do. Nothing fancy. A little firm. Lets that stroke a little bit better. And the 9 ball is not an issue here.
Nope, this could be it. Don't
And that
feel
just came
neglected
back
on
just
YouTube.
A little bit of a tough shape shot for Kaz, you know. Could have got on that 6 a little bit better, which would have made it a lot easier. And
For sure. Wow.
what a
Eric,
match.
what a match. Coming back from a 7-3 deficit
Crazy.
to win as a 9-8.
Crazy.
What a match.
Crazy, crazy.
Well, listen, Johnny, I appreciate you sitting in with me. Don't go
no
far,
worries.
guys. We're going to shut down, restart the stream. As soon as we have another match locked, loaded, and ready to rock and roll, we will bring it to you live.
Yes.
Don't go far. Make sure you have also click that like and follow button on Facebook. Click the little bell on YouTube. That way you're notified each and every time that we go live. We do like to shut down in between each match so that players can go back and watch their match and find it easily. On behalf of myself, Johnny Triple P, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, we appreciate you tuning in, guys. Don't go far. Get your drinks refilled. Get your food ready to go. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.